two SUVs here at Kia. To my right, I have the 2026 full refreshed Kia Sportage versus the Kia Sorento. And we do know that the Kia Sorento did receive a revision earlier on, so that doesn't take us by surprise. But let's go ahead, dive in, compare both of these vehicles for the ones who are in the market for either a 5-seater or 6 to 7-seater Sorento, okay? So now, just don't forget to like and subscribe. We truly need and appreciate you guys. Here at Vagabond Builds with James Sandu. We don't want to waste your guys' time. A quick shout out at Kia here in Roseville, California for providing us these beautiful cars for this walk around review. And if you got something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us, we'll talk details later. So let's start with the smaller brother, the Kia Sportage. 2026 Kia Sportage. This is the revisioned or the revised look with a refreshed bumper fascia. And you get the new headlight system in the stacked headlight system, which resembles a lot of the Sorento. Then we have the hazard and daytime running light, as you guys can see here. We get the new look on the front grille as well as the bumper fascia. And we drop down to the lower bumper, again, new look. The fenders do get the new look too because the headlight shape did change. So difference here. Hood stays the same. You get 3 different engine options in the Kia Sportage. You get a naturally aspirated 2.5 liter 8-speed automatic transmission. You get a plug-in hybrid option, which is a 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with a 6-speed automatic transmission. And then you get the non-plug-in hybrid as well. Comes with the 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, same exact one as the plug-in hybrid. You're just getting a smaller battery on the non-plug-in hybrid, okay? Come over to, that's going to range in horsepower between each option, okay? So keep that in mind. Coming over to the Sorento, look at the front end of the Sorento. We got the stacked LED projecting headlights, but again, different headlights. You can kind of tell they're still of the same family. We got the grille up here in the front in the high gloss black. Same kind of color schemes with the gray or that gunmetal gray look. Dropping down, we have active brake vents. The lower grille is a bit bigger. Again, the Sorento just looks bigger all around with regards to the front end, all right? Now, you get 4 different engine options on the Sorento. You get a 2.5 liter naturally aspirated. Comes with the 8-speed automatic transmission, a 2.5 liter turbocharged. Then it comes with the 8-speed dual clutch transmission, and then you have a hybrid and a plug-in hybrid option as well. So 1 extra option on the Kia Sorento. In both the Sportage and the Sorento, you get an option of front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So keep that in mind. Let's shoot over to the sides of the vehicles. Now, dropping down over to the wheel area, you're going to get different designs, obviously, on the wheel area, starting with the wheel area on the Sportage. It's a 235/60 18-inch bicolor rim, high gloss black with the machine surface silver, and they're running the Kumo Crugen HP 71s. Over to the Sportage. Now, I did want to mention that these are the same trims in the EX trim, so we are kind of trying to match up the trims as well in this video. It's a 255/45/20, so you're getting a 2-inch bigger rim. Same color scheme, machine surface silver with the high gloss black, different design, and they're running the Continental Cross Contact. So way better rubber on the Sorento. All right. Suspension systems are shock spring stress suspension, and the wheel well trims do come painted, non-painted. Side mirrors, as you guys can tell, difference on the side mirrors. Integrated blinker lighting still. If we drop down, we don't have the 360 panoramic camera. Some trim work here on the fender and on the door of the Sorento. No trim here, giving it a cleaner look. Over to the handles, we still get the keyless fob entries on both Sportage and Sorento. Over to the roof rails, they both get roof rails. All right, well, the EX Sorento does have an add-on option of a panoramic sunroof, but you can have that add-on option on a trim on the Sportage as well. So keep that in mind. This just comes with a slick top. I want you guys to pay attention to that. This is an add-on option. Moving over to the rear, let's talk some dimensions. Starting with the Kia Sorento, the bigger brother, 190 inches in length versus the Sportage coming in at 184 inches in length. So the Sorento is coming in 6 inches longer. 75 inches in width on the Sorento, 73 inches on the Sportage, 2 inches wider over the Sportage. And then 67 inches on height with the Sorento versus the Sportage coming in at 65 to 66, depending on if you get front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Wheelbase, Sorento is 110.8 inches. Sportage is going to be 108.5, so a smaller wheelbase on the Sportage. Then we come over to the ground clearance, 7 to 8 inches on ground clearance on both, depending on front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, okay? Now let's talk about the rear ends. Rear ends, spoiler, brake light, privacy glass with the wiper. Dropping down, the new revised tail lights. Same shape as the 2025, but the 2026 just has an updated taillight. Sportage Kia 4X, letting you know it's the all-wheel drive version. Dropping down, bumper sensors going across the backup taillight, a camera right over that Roseville Kia license plate, and your trim work going across with your exhaust tip tucked in over the passenger side. We got a bigger rear end here, a little bit more squared shape on the Sorento. The Sportage was a little bit more curvy. Spoiler, integrated brake light, privacy glass with the wiper for that privacy glass under that spoiler. Dropping down, backup, camera, Roseville Kia, right over that one. And then we come over to Sorento on the left, 4X on the right. The tailgate does have a different shape all around, and the tail light's completely different as well. Dropping down again, more difference on the rear bumper fascias too. You might ask, where's that exhaust tip? It's still on the passenger side of the car. Now let's go ahead and open up the tailgates and talk about cargo. Show you guys that. Let's start with the little brother first. The Sportage cargo with the second row seat up is going to be 40 cubic feet of space. Second row seat down, 74 cubic feet of space. What do we get? On the right hand side, we have a lever here, and on the left, a lever here to drop that second row seat up. That's what 74 cubic feet of space looks like. A 12-volt outlet and spare tire with some cubby room on the right and on the left. Okay, now let's go ahead and size this up for you guys so you guys get an idea. About 40 inches behind the second seat. Behind the first seat, about 74 inches, 75 inches. Now we come over about 40 to 41 inches, 3 feet 5 inches. The entry is about 31 to 32 inches. Coming over to the Sorento now. This is a 3-row SUV, everyone. So behind the third row, you're getting a minimum cubic feet of space of 13 and a maximum with third and second row seat down 76 cubic feet of space. So you're getting 2 extra cubic feet of space on the maximum. Let's go ahead and size this up real quick. Hold on. So behind the third row, you're getting about 15 inches. Behind the second row, you're getting about 43 inches. Then behind the first row, which is about center console area, about 78, 77 inches. Let's go width. Drop this down. Width is going to be about 42 to 43, so 1 inch extra on the width. Height, about the same, 30 to 31. Okay. What do we get under? Spare tire stuff. Do we have it? Where's the spare tire on this vehicle? It is under the car instead of inside. So that's one plus on the Sportage. Sportage gets the spare tire, which stays clean. The Sorento is on the outside. In cubby room on the left there. Do we have a 12-volt outlet back here? Right here. I missed it. All right. We actually have a control unit here to drop that second row seating as well. So that's pretty cool. Now that we're done showing you guys the exterior powertrains and the cargo, let's show you interiors. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. The Kia Sportage interior now, everyone, 5 passengers. Let's go ahead and show you guys a quick overlook. Syntex material on the seating on the EX, perforation. Now, different trims will have different designs, different colors, things of that sort. Passenger seat is manual and driver seat is automatic. Both come with front heated seats. Now, non-lockable glove compartment. This is what the dashboard looks like, the refreshed dashboard. They got the different trims and different vents as well as the different stitching on the dashboard. The interface and the screens do extend out a little bit more, so they're a bit longer, 12.3 inches on the cluster and on the interface screen. Here on the EX, different trims will have more tech, but standard in the Sportage, you get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. In the higher trims, you'll get Sirius XM, YouTube, entertainment, things of that sort. Dropping down, we got air vents, got dual climate controls, and they actually maximize this unit, and that same thing as Sorento. We can actually press that little origami airplane icon, and you get this, okay? Dropping lower, USB-C plugins, wireless charging pad, shift lever with the engine start stop button, heated seats, and buttons there for your parking sensors, camera there in the back with your parking sensors, hill descent control, engine on off, and auto hold. Okay. Cup holders, here, and you can actually press the buttons there and get your cup holders, 12-volt outlet in your center console. Up top, no panoramic sunroof, but you do get that in the Sportage option. In front, you have lights in the soft yellow in the EX trim, but if you get different higher trims, you'll have the LED lighting. In front, the new revised steering wheel on the EX Sportage, flat top, flat bottom, a bit more modern looking. Controls to your voice control, phone control, your terrain mode here on the right, and your drive mode. So you get 3 in your terrain mode: snow, mud, and sand. Drive mode will be normal, sport, and my drive. And controls to the cruise control, as well as your theme to that little center gauge there. Further left, the new air vent here, as well as sleek instead of the big one from 2025. Parking brake, traction control, tailgate lift button, lighting button for your dashboard, and this is what the 2026 door panel looks like. Nothing different from 2025 on the door panel, okay? Now we're pretty much done with the front side of the Sportage. Let's show you second row seating and then jump into the Sorento. This is where you're going to start seeing the big difference with regards from Sportage to Sorento. The Sorento that we're going to show you guys has the captain chairs, the aisleway in the middle, to where the Sportage has the bench seat with no third row seating. The Sorento will have the third row seating in completely different look. So let's go ahead and go over real quick the Sportage. We have armrest, cup holders, Syntex material back here as well with the perforation, car seat compatibility, and you got a lever here to mess around with the angle of that seat. And you can go as far as back, which makes it very comfortable for long road trips. Now I'm about 6 feet 2 inches. Leg clearance and head clearance on the Sportage is completely there, I have to say. Oh, snap handle up top with your reading light there in the center on the EX. If you do have the panoramic sunroof, in the Sportage, the lights will be placed on the right and on the left. In front, we got hard back on the front seats with the hooks here, pockets on each side, air vents, and cubby room for personal belongings. Your USB-C plugins are here and here. Door panels pretty much look the same from the front over to the back, but we're going to show you guys right now what the Sorento looks like. Let's do it. Now inside the Sorento, everyone, and this is completely bigger, I have to say. Starting from the dashboard back, it just feels a bit bigger. Now with the seating surfaces, still perforated Syntex material, but the seats do come electric controlled, and both front seats do come electric controlled, to where the Sportage was only one. In front, we get lockable versus non-lockable. The Sportage didn't have a lockable glove compartment, but the Sorento does. Complete difference on the trims and the inlays in the dashboard with this indentation up top. Over to the air vents, complete different. Come over to the interface. The interface with the navigation. Now, you get this in the Sorento, but I have to say, this exact Sportage you got in the video didn't come with the navigation, but you do have the option of getting that in the Sportage. Let's go ahead and go back home and mess around, show you guys what it looks like with more. You can mess around with all your settings, your setups here, display, navigation, vehicle, and so much more. All right, dropping down, we get that same unit here with the dual climate controls, and we press that little icon, you get the same exact setup. Dropping down, USB-C plugins, a little bit different on the setup with your wireless charging pad, your heated seats here. The center console is a bit wider. Shift lever here, as well as more buttons for your drive modes here instead of on the steering wheel. Remember that in the Sportage. We have the drive modes and the center diff lock, as well as you get hill descent control, parking, your camera button, pretty much the same tech, sensors, auto hold, engine on off, and parking sensors. Cup holders do not get tucked away. You don't have the option of tucking away your cup holders here. They're square and they're standard placed. Your key fob looks exactly like this. Come over to the center console, a removable tray with more cubby room. Remember I kept talking about the electric visor with the tilt slide moonroof option? Well, this is what it looks like all the way over to the second row seating. You get that option in the Sportage as well if you opt in for it. Touch-sensitive LED lighting in the Sorento versus non-LED in the Sportage in this exact video. If we come over to the steering wheel does come still rounded off versus the flat and the bottom top steering, tri-spoke steering. Get the same tech and controls on the right. So different setup on the controls, but you're still getting the same idea with the crash warnings on the steering wheel, the mode for that little gauge there, as well as your lane departure assist, voice controls, your phone controls. On the right hand side, you get the lever to your windshield wipers. On the left hand side, lever to your lighting. Further left on the dashboard, tailgate button, lighting button for your dashboard, and your traction control. Over to the door panel, complete different look on the door panel versus the Sportage, okay? This looks a bit more older feel, more for the family. The Sportage does look a little bit more sportier, more younger vibe, I have to say. Now that we're pretty much done with the front side, let's show you second and third row seating. Now, again, don't forget, I'm 6 feet 2 inches tall, everyone, and this is where the Sorento wins me over the Sportage. Again, if you have the option and you don't need all 7 or 6 seats in this exact one, I would say go Sorento, to be honest with you guys. Not because it's more expensive, but because I just kind of like the vibe of the Sorento a little bit better. You get the captain chairs, the armrest, and then also we got a lever here to move these seats up, forward, and back. A button here to bunny hop the seat forward, and a lever to mess around with the backrest. Just like that. So super comfy, right? In front, we got the same kind of setup on the front seats with the hard back, the pockets. You get an extra mesh pocket here in between the air vents and a 12-volt outlet down low. Space test is leg clearance is good. Head clearance is completely there. O-snap panels with the LED lighting inside here as well. Cup holders are placed on the door panels with your handle on the back of the door on the second row seating door panels. So that's pretty cool. You get your entertainment screens. These are add-ons. Keep that in mind. And you get your USB-C plugins in between the two front seats. Now let's go ahead and show you guys what the third row seat looks like. Now I'm going to just lay that down flat, but you could also bunny hop this seat. There you go. Now let's shoot over to the second row where you get, third row. Now check this out. This is a little bit tight back here. So you're putting your taller people second or first row. Kiddos here in the back. There's only 2 seats back here. You're getting 2 USB-C plugins back here, one on the right, one on the left. Cup holders and some personal cubby room, all right? I have to say that button here on the shoulder area to bunny hop this seat forward, that's what it's supposed to look like. It didn't work on the first time, but that's what it was supposed to do. Now, guys, here's the MSRP sticker. So first to the Sportage coming in at $32,290 on the CX. Hopefully that helped you guys out. And now here's the MSRP sticker to the Sorento coming in at $38,560. Hopefully it helped you guys out. If you guys ask me for some vagabond advice, go with the Sorento. If you guys can support that extra about $6,000 on that price tag. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We truly appreciate it. Thank you, and God bless.